Hi, welcome to my channel, Warbow KTB Archery. This week I've got the Monarch 80 and the YMG 85 for a bit of heavy bow practice. Haven't had the YMG 85 out in a while, but I've been shooting the Monarch at 80 pound quite a bit, and it's become kind of my weekly shooter to an extent. I'm quite comfortable with it now. It took a bit of an effort, a bit of a step up from the 75 YMG, but I'm quite happy with it as what it is now. So now I'm trying to sort of work my way up to the 85 YMG, which is a step up from this one, and I can feel it, but it doesn't feel too bad. So with the objective being able to shoot the 95 YMG at some point, hopefully by the end of the summer. So that's the plan. So without further ado, I'm going to do a bit more practice with the Monarch. I've got the bottle set up, so I'm just going to shoot a bit at the bottle and see how accurate I can get with it, and then I'm going to swap over to the YMG and just shoot that as well. Also trying to keep the low anchor thing. It's feels a bit harder with the heavier bows, but it's something that I'm trying to embed. So, and I'll be shooting my 250 grain, 250. Sorry, with the Monarch, I'll be shooting the 250 spine, 350 grain points, 32-inch arrows, with the fast knots. Because they'll fit the string quite nicely. With the YMG, and I'll show you here the difference in string thickness. There is the YMG is a much thicker string. So for that one, I'll just use the bamboo arrows because I can't get any other arrows to fit that width of a string. So I've got some Korean knocks in order. So we'll see how I'll be able to fit them. I'm not sure they actually fit standard arrows. I think the arrows might be slightly different diameter, but I don't know. They weren't expensive, so I thought I'll get some. So let's do a bit of a practice with the Monarch. I think the Monarch is one of the things, because it's an export bow. I think one of the things that they do is that they've got like 20 strand strings, which is kind of on the thicker side of normal, but it's still it's thin for Korean bows. Whereas on the YMG, I think I've got a 32 strand string, so it's like a third, 50% thicker than the Monarch string, which is a bit of an issue. I mean, ideally, I'd have the same strand count on every bow, but it's just not possible. So here we go. Shooting with the Monarch, 80 pounds, 90 something at 32 inches. I forgot how much it was. I think it was 99 at 32 inches, and I think the last time that weighed the YMG was about 102, 104 at 32. I've got I'll do a bit of shooting, then I'll do a weight test, a draw weight test, just to see what they're like. That's going a bit. Got a bit to the left. Always have to dial in these bows the first few times I shoot them, because they're all kind of slightly different. That's going a bit to the right. Bit of noise on that release. I need to work on my release as well. This one. That's hit the bottle. And that seemed quieter, so it seemed to be a better release. How many is that? 1, 2, 3. Should have another. Apologies for that. It's become a bit blustery and the camera fell over. So this is my last arrow for this lot. This is my heavy arrow. It's got the fluted beach dowel on the inside. See how it compares to the other groups. And that's gone dead straight. So I've got two hits on the bottle, group to the left and a single to the right when I tried to correct. So all in all, about see that. All in all, you know, not too bad. That's hit the bottle, but it didn't penetrate. That one's gone straight through. 3 to the left when I tried to correct, 1 to the right, and then 2 on the mark. So, like I said, it takes a bit of time to dial in, but yeah, fairly happy with that. Let's try shooting the YMG now. Right, 85 YMG. Shooting the Tonkin bamboo arrows. These are some of the few arrows that actually fit the knock on the string quite nicely. Oh, so here we go. This one is a bit of a beast. Bit of a wobble. Close. That's one thing. The heavier the bow, the harder it is to get clean release, and the more contact it makes. So I need to improve my my torque on this quite a lot. Right, here we go. Oh, that's gone straight through the bottle. It's a weird feeling when it happens. It feels like it's laser guided, but I never feel confident enough to be able to repeat that. It just, for me, it's magic. It always amazes me. Oh, that's close. I'm going to make contact with the bottle. Through it. I know YMG boasts of being the most accurate Korean bow, but there's something to it. The grip, maybe. I do like it. It's unique compared to the other ones. It's not carved, it's rubber, but it's shaped in a way that is just really, really nice. Oh, that's hit the bottle as well. Oh. I really miss my 75 YMG. I'm hoping to fix it soon. So I've got almost everything I need. I've ordered some whipping from Korea because I think I need to undo the goji, because the splits down the side are coming close to the whipping here. So I think I need to take the whipping off on the goji and replace that, so I can epoxy the all the wood and not leave any gaps. Oh, that's, I think I've snapped an arrow there. It's looking weird. Right, last arrow. That'll be the third arrow that would break. So I've still got quite a few of these. I bought 24 and they're actually performing very, very well. The only thing is they're just slightly too short due to a misunderstanding, and what 33 inches meant. But for the next time, I'll make sure they get longer ones. All right, last arrow. Let's hope I don't break any more. Oh, that's a miss, but it was close enough. Let's have a look at the group and see what happened to that arrow. Oh, it's not looking good. It's at 90 degrees. That's not looking good at all. Oh yeah, splinters. Oof. Right, okay, let's find somewhere stable. So yeah, I think I have got a casualty. So that was a hit through the bottle. That's a hit through the bottle. And these two arrows are fine. And then a little group right on the right hand side. They flew nicely as well. And then we have, oh Christ. And then we have a casualty. So stabilize this a bit. So it's gone through the bottle, through one of these little knobbly bits on the bottle. But then it must have had a bit of dark angle. And then, because as soon as the arrow stopped moving, the back of the arrow kept coming and it's just split it right through. And this is proper dead. This is the problem with bamboo arrows. The weakness is in the nodes, and if there is any kind of sideways movement, and in this case I think the bottle forced it to just twist around. So on the one hand it was a good hit of the bottle, on the other hand it's cost me an arrow, and this is quite spectacular breakages. Most of my other breakage is just a bit of a split, whereas this was like full tear. But that's that's what happens. Arrows are consumables, sadly. They're not meant to last forever. So, and I'd much rather have a bamboo arrow split than a carbon one. I've seen injuries from carbon arrows and they're just nasty. So, but at least on this one, I can reuse the point. I can reuse the feathers. So it's, I can salvage some of this. So let's put it away. Unfortunate. Okay. So to finish off, I'm going to do a bit more shooting with the 85 YMG Yeonmugung. I think I need to start getting more used to this bow and shooting it more often, because then that will give me a step up that I need. The Monarch's been good for the last 6 months. Really sad that Daylite are not selling heavy bows anymore, so I'm really glad I got this when I did, because if I'd waited, I would have had a huge gap between £60 and £85. So I think I'm going to start trying to get to use this one a bit more often this summer, and then at some point hopefully move on to the 95. Although between this and the 95 there is a big step, and now I've got the problem that I can't get a £90 to bridge the gap between the two. So I've got 5 bamboo arrows left in my quiver. Got more at home, but I try and just keep 6 of the bamboo, and I've got 6 of the wooden arrows, and then 6 each of the 250 spine carbon, and so forth, just to keep the numbers manageable, and also gives me a selection of different things to shoot with different bows. So without ado, I'm going to shoot at the at the bottle again. Hopefully I won't break any more arrows this time. And I've changed the angle of the camera just so that it's got a more frontal kind of view. So here we go. Ooh, I had a bit of a wiggle. And wiggle is what breaks arrows. So I need to try and shoot. Actually, I might move back a bit. Because the problem is, if you're shooting close distance and the arrow's got any kind of deviation, it will hit the target and then break. So with more distance, it gives the arrow a better chance to recover from a bad release. So again, what I'm saying, I need to improve my torque, go to Cheggy release to get a cleaner shot. But it's very, very hard to do it on the heavy bows because they're just so quick and there's absolutely no reaction time. And also, you know, trying to twist a heavy bow, you know, just is almost impossible. Like, you can't do string twist. Not even now can I do string twist at this level. But it's one of those little things that you do need to do. So let's try again. Let's see if I can get a clean release. Oh, I hit the stick, I think, more than the bow, the bottle. So the stick's moved, the bottle's moved. The arrow might have broken as well, looking at the angle from here. Right, we'll take a few steps back. I'll bring the camera back as well. Take a few steps back, and then let's see, maybe this might do the trick. Okay. This is 20 yards more or less. So, okay, let's see if that helps. Let's go to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. Okay. Oh, above the bottle, that was close. And that's above the bottle. Let's have a look. I hope that arrow's not broken as well. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's broken. So let's put this down. Oh, hang on. Tripod's a bit wonky. Can you see that? So yeah, that was there. It's gone through. It came in sideways. That's another broken arrow, and again it breaks on the nodes. So it's come in, and then the back still kept going. So, oh, that's two in one day. It's a bit of a gamble shooting a heavy bow with a bamboo arrow, because unless you get everything perfect, go. So these are good. These are good. That's good. And that's good. So the moral of the story is, ooh, sorry, the wind's just absolutely playing havoc here today. So the moral of the story is, don't shoot bamboo arrows at close distance. the arrows need some time to recover, and if your release isn't absolutely perfect, you will break arrows. Yeah, I mean, so far the 85 YMG, which was a bit of a beast to shoot, is becoming, little by little, is becoming easier. Come on. It's becoming easier to shoot. It's still, it is, you know, it is a beast, and it's fast, but it's also, you know, relatively accurate. I did glue the bit of leather here in the corner. It's still got a bit of a, you can hear that. So it needs a bit of a touch up, but it's better than it has been, which was something that was really annoying me. So that's it for this week. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and if you like my content, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Also, you know, thank you everyone for all my subscribers, because we've just recently passed the 500 subscriber mark, and that is quite humbling for me, because I started this channel as a, you know, just messing around and trying to learn, and, you know, sharing what I've learned and sharing my journey. So thank you everybody, and especially if you're still watching at this point, not everybody does, you know, thank you from the bottom of my heart. See you next week. Bye bye.